Barry from Over 50 Golf here. Welcome to our session, golf without back pain, mobility and swing techniques for the over 50 golfer. 80% of golfers at some point in their career are going to suffer a back injury or have some back problems, related to golf. And it's sort of like the age-old question, which comes first, the chicken or the egg? Are the back problems causing the bad golf, or is the bad golf causing the back problems? Well, usually, back issues will show up off the golf course before they show up on the golf course. And then golf can make it worse as a result of faulty technique. And a lot of times the back issues can be a result of lifestyle issues, such as lack of activity, overuse. Maybe you haven't practiced for a couple weeks and then you decide, it's Sunday afternoon, I better go get caught up, and I go to hit 500 golf balls or 3 buckets of balls. And the next thing you go hurt yourself, right? From just overuse. So there's a mechanical dysfunction aspect to that too. And the other part of it too is just general lack of mobility. We have a lifestyle now where people are sitting a lot and they're not moving as much as they should be. End up with some mobility issues. They suffer from some general stiffness. And what we see with golfers is they generally lack hip mobility. They're not able to turn and pivot very well. They lack a little bit of upper chest, thoracic mobility, so they can't load the golf club very well. And golf's a rotational sport, and we need to be able to separate the turn of the upper and lower body to be able to play effectively. What we see with good players is when they rotate back, upper body and chest, turns to the trail leg, turns more than the pelvis, and then starting down, the lower body starts, and then the upper body catches up. So they have an effective rotation. They're able to easily separate the upper and lower body. A lot of times too, you see these players with these big swings, they got great rotation, fast hips, and a lot of turn and pivot. Or maybe you've been reading about the golf swing, or you've been following some instruction, you got to turn and pivot, and you try that, right? And you overdo it, and you overturn going back, and you're trying to force your rotation coming through, and you end up getting injured, you end up getting some back pain, impacts your golf, takes away from the fun, right? And sometimes if you have serious back problems, you can't play for a while. And for those of you that have long-term back pain, ongoing back pain, please go get that medically investigated first, just to rule out any other causes. We want to deal with that. We want to make sure we don't have any long-term medical issues that are causing the back pain. But because you have some back pain issues doesn't mean you have to quit your golf. Okay? It doesn't mean you might have to change a few things in how you swing, become a little bit more efficiently. But when you move effectively for golf and moving properly, it shouldn't really make your back pain any worse. And in fact, there's things you can do to mitigate that. So in this session, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk a little bit about some of the lifestyle issues. We're going to give you some simple mobility techniques to help you move a little bit better, so they'll help minimize back pain and so that you can swing a little bit more effectively. And then I'm going to talk about some of the swing techniques.